So there is talk of sanctions against Russia, but the EU is divided over this. What measures do you think the EU will take?
Some countries offer strong sanctions against Russia, economic and probably military. But look at those countries who offer that. Those are Poland and Baltic republics, which has been permanently in conflict with former Soviet Union or with Russia. So it's a historic insult, and actually it has little to do with Georgia. As for European Union in general, I guess that European countries have no moral power for strong sanctions against Russia. If you remember August 7th, when everybody kept silent when Georgia invaded breakaway enclaves. So everybody was discussing Olympic Games and didn't notice this brutal aggression. So actually, my strong belief, EU has no moral power for strong sanctions.
Some are calling for cautious measures. Are those the countries that are fearful of Russia's hold over energy supplies to Europe and who don't want to upset Russia for fear of energy supplies perhaps being reduced?
I would mention not only energy, also cultural ties, all economic ties. European investments in Russia, Russian investments in Europe. If you go to the Far East, to Vladivostok, it's a city close to China and close to Japan, you will see that it's European people. They read same books, they watch same movie, they think same way. We are absolutely European, from Asia to Europe, all our territory, all common interests, nothing to fight for.
What about the threats of perhaps not allowing Russia to take part in the G8 anymore, or perhaps blocking its accession to the World Trade Organization? Russia doesn't seem to worry about those sort of threats.
Actually, I would say that there is a big part of Russian population who are missing sanctions, who are used to live under Cold War shadow, and those people find arguments for sanctions against Russia. They say that it will contribute to Russian economy, and their argumentation is quite strong.
Now, there is one thought here, of course, that the EU today may not even mention sanctions or harsh words against Russia, but actually come out in full support of Georgia. How will Russia react to that?
I guess Russia would admit economic and humanitarian assistance to Georgia, but once European countries start provide strong military assistance to Georgia, for Russians it would mean that NATO increase tension in the region, try to regain, to install military bases in Caucasus, and it will be a signal for Russia to increase military budget and maybe to double or to triple military presence in this region.
Just finally, do you think that really is a realistic proposition, to build up in military hardware almost another arms race in Europe? Do you think that could be likely?
I don't think so. Absolutely unlikely. That's my opinion.